Hey guys, it's Jazzy Ray, and I'm back for another video. Now, this video is not going to be one of those like wisdom type. Well, I am about to spread some wisdom, but this is not that type of video. This is for my astrology girlies. This is for my astrology boys, people who want to get into astrology, people who are just into like metaphysics and things like that. For the real ones, you know. You read the title. If you know, you know. Um, so before I even get into why, actually, I am going to get into why. Um, so if you're on TikTok, I don't know about other social media platforms. There's a car outside. I don't know about other social media platforms, but I know on TikTok there are plenty of people who post their birth chart readings, or not birth chart readings per se, but birth charts. And these are people who know nothing about the birth chart, and they ask people, just anybody, they post it and they usually ask, what does this mean? Can somebody read my chart? And they do it publicly. And if you're a real spiritualist, you know that's that's like sinful to do that. So I'm here to tell you guys, stop doing that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you are giving your ops, especially the ops who are astrology readers, a key to information about you. A birth chart can tell you so much about yourself, can tell you so much about your strengths, your weaknesses, who you're going to marry, what traits to look for in your husband, what traits to look for in your wife, your job occupation, your legacy, so many, your childhood trauma. It can tell you so much. Why would you want to post that publicly so everybody just knows about you? You might as well post you a corn tape as well, because you letting it out like that, because your birth chart can also tell you about that too. It can also tell you about your SMEX life, okay, and what you like and what you don't like, and how you do it, and do you like it rough? If you don't, if you like handcuffs, if you do, if you don't, it can tell you a lot. Where your kinks are, it can tell you literally everything once you understand the planets and the asteroids, baby, baby. Okay, now back in 2020, I did birth chart readings on here. And if you go on my page, they're gone. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I just had this realization last year. Okay. Now I was friends with somebody who did tarot readings, and not that she gave me the download, but it's like watching her kind of just gave me a revelation that you really shouldn't be posting personal readings publicly. If I want, and I've been wanting to get back into doing birth charts for years, but it's like I haven't really been motivated to do so. And it's like, well, I want to do it differently. How am I going to go about doing this to where it does get pushed, right? One of the things is to stop posting people's birth charts publicly. If I was to do a personal reading, I need to make it so only my client will have the link to the video. That way they can come back to it, or do it over the phone, or voice memo it, or text it. Because I put so many people in danger. Even though I don't know if they're really in danger, but I could potentially put somebody in danger, and also put myself in danger. I had some drama regarding somebody's birth chart that I did, and somebody contacted me. Actually, they went under my YouTube pages. They went under my videos, and I tried to find out, this is actually a relative. I'll just say that he know who he is. Um, and he tried to get in contact with me, but it's because I did another birth chart reading for somebody else. Um, and had I not publicized the reading, And then that was public for everybody to see. So had I not publicized her reading, I don't think, or if I would have did her reading a little differently, then I feel like that person wouldn't have been able to contact me through YouTube. So you should not publicize your charts, and you should not publicize you doing charts. Now, if you want to do like, just talk about the zodiacs and how if you have this in your chart, if you have that in your chart, then by all means do that, honey. Educate the people. Okay, like if you have a Gemini Mars, if you have a Cancer Moon, if you have a Pisces Jupiter, if you want to break that down and then just say, hey, check your placements to see if this applies to you, then I'll definitely be down to do videos like that. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do videos like that. I do have a TikTok page dedicated to astrology, but I haven't posted anything on it yet. So now that things are kind of in order as far as like content is concerned, and I want to get back into making content, I'm still may use this page instead of just making a new YouTube page. And then what I'll do is I'll just like maybe take the TikToks and make them into shorts and post them here. But y'all let me know if y'all want to see that content. If you want to learn about birth charts, I mean, there's so many other content creators that you can go to, but why would you go to other ones when you can come to me? Stop playing with me. But no, I will not be publicizing your readings. I'm not gonna do that. If you want a reading from me, I could either you can contact me social media wise. I can make a video and just have it unlisted. That way I can just send you the link and only you will have that link and you can watch it anytime you want to. I will not be publicizing it because I'm not gonna not only I'm not putting me in danger and I'm not putting you in danger. Which brings me to my next point about tarot readers. I gotta say this, and I know that some tarot readers may feel away, but I don't care because it's the truth. Y'all have to be careful of these tarot readers. A lot of them are scammers. A lot of them will put you in spiritual harm. Because they do publicize readings. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. So once upon a time, back in 2021, I did 2 videos on Young Pharaoh. Those videos are privated because I had too many trolls. I might make them public again, but I did 2 videos. One video in particular got a lot of hits. I mentioned one of my favorite content creators, my big sis, Sweet Ma, and I was basically piggybacking. Is that? Well, I was basically like piggybacking from her video that she did on Young Pharaoh because I didn't know she knew that much about Young Pharaoh. So she did the video, and I said, "Oh, she's pointing out what I pointed out years ago." Because I used to be like a big Young Pharaoh supporter, but then I started watching his debates, and then I'm just like, yeah, something about his energy is not clear. Um, I am no longer, I no longer bash Young Pharaoh because I actually think that man needs help. And I don't really, after a while, it was like I kind of got tired of people doing content on him because I felt bad for him because you could tell that mentally something's not there. Something's going on. And I think it got worse when he was drinking that mushroom tea. But anyway, not gonna go back as far as Young Pharaoh, but I did this video on Young Pharaoh, and there was a tarot reader on here that I had to kind of cuss out a little bit because at the time Young Pharaoh had just him and Golden Beauty. That was when that whole thing happened when he threw her out the house and all this other type of stuff. That had just happened. So he had 2 girls come out to do whatever they was gonna do, right? I don't remember their names. Now he basically told them like, we gonna do what we do. We gonna drink, have a good time. We might do a little sexual activity. Everything is cool. Just don't take pictures in my house and don't film in my house. One of the girls filmed in his house. And he went on Instagram Live and he berated her in front of everybody. Sweet Ma, do you remember that video? Let me know if you remember that live. And the girl came out, like she showed her face, she exposed herself. Now, this is the part where I go, you got to be careful of these tarot readers. This one tarot reader, I can't remember her name. I don't even think she does tarot anymore. But she used to do these readings on Young Pharaoh. And I used to watch her from time to time because I'm like, oh, okay, young, like spirit, like, tarot readers are actually reading the situation. Cool, cool, cool. She went on my video, screenshotted it, and really tried to say that I was the girl. Cause so Young Pharaoh came out and said, if you see this girl, this particular girl that was in his house, he said he would pay like $1,000 or something like that if you beat her up. He said, don't unalive her, but beat her up, stomp her out. And this tarot reader, after he made that threat, she took my picture, she took a screenshot of my video, posted it on her channel, and was like, this is the girl that he's talking about. Spirit tells me this is the girl that he's talking about. And I had to clock her because my thing is this is what I told her. I am not the girl. If you really were a reader, you would know that I'm not the girl. I don't know that man. I just made one video on that man. I've never met that man. I never talked to that man. I've never been to his house. I'm not a part of what was the shit called? Ad Nation. I've never fucked this man. I've never fucked him. He was never my nigga. I don't know him. So for you to be somewhat of a spiritualist and a reader, you would know better. I basically called her a fraudulent reader because a real reader would have known that the girl already came out. And then if you took a picture of me and the girl, we looked nothing alike. The only thing that was alike about us was our skin tone. That was about it. I ended up following the girl and liking her stuff in the end because she was a cute girl. She was a cute girl. And she posted. I think at the time she just graduated from college or something like that. Like pretty intelligent girl. And I had to clock the fake reader because, and I stopped watching her after that because it's like if you are able to read energy and you're able to read situations, you know how to read the room, that you would know that I wasn't the girl. So that's why I say you have to be careful of these tarot readers. You have some that know how to read. They don't even need cards to read your situation. They use the cards because it gives you like a visual of what could possibly happen. And another thing I want to say about tarot reading, I'm trying to get comfortable. Another thing I can say about tarot reading is you guys have to be careful too, because I can't really put everything on the reader. I have to look at the clients too. I have to hold the clients accountable because people will take the readings for literal, like face value. And a reading is not, it just gives you an outlook of what the situation could be. It may not happen the way that the tarot reader is saying it. If it doesn't apply to you, then let it fly. Okay. And also, don't force the readings. It just gives you a play of a situation. So if you say, what, hey, tarot reader, I'm dating this guy named Tommy. What will happen if I continue with Tommy? She might read, or you might get pregnant by him, or I sense that there's a third party situation, or he could be cheating, or this and that. Don't force it. Okay? Let it play out how it's supposed to play out. um it just gives you an idea of what could happen in this situation. It's not word for word, bar for bar. Okay, you can't force it. You know what I mean? So you have, and then you have a choice. You can't, you can hold the tarot reader accountable, but only to a certain degree because you force the reading. So it's like you can take it as it applies. That's how you're supposed to do the readings. You don't force a pregnancy. Don't force a pregnancy. Don't force a relationship. Don't force a breakup if it's not divine timing. Okay. Um, and I think a lot of people look to tarot as literal, and it's not really supposed to be. It is literal, but it's more like metaphysical. You just letting it play out. It's just giving you what could happen. And it might happen that, the way that she or he says it, and it might not. You just have to take it for face value. And if it doesn't apply, throw it out the window and move on, you know? So you gotta be careful of that too, because I think people become too dependent on readings, and then that's how you end up. If you're a tarot reader, that's how you end up getting spiritually attacked, because and then sometimes, clients want to befriend you to scam you to get free readings and everything else. So you don't want to do that either. So you really have to protect your energy, and as a client, even when you're getting birth chart readings, you have to protect your energy. You don't know the energy of the reader. um get to know the reader a little bit, just a little bit, not enough to build a friendship, you know what I'm saying, but just like read her energy, read his energy. Is he somebody who you can trust? Is he somebody who seems like, I'm not trying to scam you out your money, I'm not trying to force in, because you got some readers that force things onto you because they trying to live your life, or they're trying to yeah, they're trying to destiny swap you and stuff like that. Okay, that's a real thing, all right? So you just got to be careful of that. Like, I have a box full of cards, full of decks. I only use them when I'm called to use them. So don't ask me for tarot readings. I only use them when necessary. But I can't read the out of a birth chart. With the tarot reading, it's like the tarot cards, it's like I can read the energy. I can, but there's plenty of more. I can give like a basic reading, but even with that, it's like, you better off just getting a birth chart reading. I'm more like, with a birth chart reading, I don't need to go on Cafe Astrology. I really don't. I go on Cafe Astrology for you, so you can see what's in your birth chart and what's not. But I can guess your zodiac. I can guess. I can say, ooh, I know you got Cancer in your chart. And then I do your chart and be like, boom, you got a Cancer Mercury. I knew you had Cancer in your chart. It's the way you're communicating. I could tell, So, um, that's why I said I gotta start doing some videos. I'm gonna do it on my TikTok though. On my other TikTok. um, but yeah, y'all gotta be careful. Um, of these readers and the readings. Like, a real spiritual person, a real reader is going to tell you, don't post your birth chart. Don't post it. Don't post it. Don't even post, like, I mean, okay, like I said, if you're doing like a general astrology video, that's one thing. If you're doing a general um collective reading, whether it's a video or a live, that's another thing. But if you're doing personal readings, you need to watch out for that reader. That reader does not care about your safety. That reader does not care about reading the room. That that reader doesn't even care about their own safety, and they're not to be trusted, because real readers know. Okay. um and just do knowledge before you hop into tarot, before you hop into like astrology and life path numbers and angel numbers and all that stuff. Do research. I cannot stress this enough. Do your research before you hop into something. Okay. It's not, there's people that don't like tarot because the cards freak them out, but it's not as bad, because I used to be freaked out over tarot, especially when you have a religion that tells you that tarot is evil. But once you get the calling, then it's not as evil as people think it is. Especially because they have like cute tarot. I have this one deck. It's an oracle deck. It has pictures of female artists. Okay, like Beyonce and Left Eye and Aaliyah and Mary J. Blige. It's like, I think some readers know what deck I'm talking about because you can get it off Amazon. It is a beautiful deck, and it just like has these words of what that artist represents. I love those cards. It's my favorite deck, really. So they're cute. You have some cute ones, some cute you just go, you go along with the energy. There's a few tarot readers that I follow, that I watch. Julie Carilli is one. I love Julie Carilli. Julie Carilli put me onto astrology. Like, if you really wanna, like, she does tarot readings, but she's an astrology girly. Like, she can break that birth chart down. Okay, that's how I learned it. Okay, um, it's a few other people that I watch, but I'm drawn to watch them. It's not like, ooh, a tarot reader. No, I have to be drawn to follow you. I have to be drawn. I haven't let anybody read me yet because I'm cautious with that. But the only person who I let read me was my former best friend, and I'm not even gonna get into that. But only because I trusted her. So she was the only one I trusted. Um, other than that, I haven't. There's one particular reader who's on TikTok that I would love to let read me, but again, divine timing is everything. Um, you gotta be able, you gotta be drawn, and then for the tarot readers that they know. For y'all, be careful when y'all get DMs from these pages. Because sometimes what happens is you'll come across the actual creator, the actual reader, and you follow their stuff, and then you have a fake page that shows up 5 seconds later talking about, I read your energy from afar, and spirit has guided me to you. Would you like a reading? Or spirit has guided me to give you a reading. It's a scam. It's a scam. Because a real reader is not going to hit your DM. No. That's why readers have to put, I will never hit you up for personal for readings. Because you have scam pages. I wouldn't be shocked if like once I start doing astrology birth charts and stuff and doing astrology videos, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody made a fake page of me. Because and I've had people make fake pages to troll me. Not astrology related. But you gotta be careful of that. Just before you go to a birth chart reader or a tarot reader, read their energy. Or is this person trustworthy? Are they gonna put me in spiritual danger? Even people who do perform hexes and spells, because that's a thing. Root workers, can you be careful? Be careful, because they can always do that to you if you double cross them. Are they trustworthy? Do they know how to read the room? Are they gonna put me in spiritual harm? Are they good people? That's what I'm going to say. Now, I am going to do like a fun little video where I tell a story about how I was talking to a guy who was on Jerry Springer. You guys let me know. I'm going to post that on my TikTok as well. I'm probably going to get most of my responses from there if I should post that story time. So that may come a little later. But I did want to post this one because I want people to do better in 2026, not to be scammed or anything like that. If you're a religious person, this video is not for you. I don't even know why you're here. You shouldn't even be commenting on it at all. But yeah, let me know if you guys want those astrology videos so I can put y'all on so I can learn about yourselves, learn about y'all partners. Should I do something? Now, the only birth charts I will make public are celebrity ones. And even with that, it may not be all the way accurate because I need a birth time. But y'all let me know if y'all want me to do celebrity ones. I think that would be fun if I did that. If y'all want me to do celebrity couples, like let me know. Cause that will actually be fun. You could do those. Like you could publicize those. But because you still don't have all their information because you need a freaking birth time. But let me know. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.